Alrighty guys, we are back for some more Zero Escape as usual. I just got done doing the last video actually, and so we're moving on to this one. I'm excited. We might be getting to the puzzle room partway through this video, depending on any kind of crazy stuff that happens. If it is just us going through the infirmary, lounge, and then crew quarters again, and just talking to people about like the Radical Six and all that stuff, then well, it's probably gonna go pretty quick, so. Yeah, let's see what happens.
That little piece of shit.
Uh-oh.
If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Interesting. So Dio was just talking about Quirk, I imagine? I wonder what Quirk did. Yeah, it looks like about 42 minutes. Okay, so I was a little off. I said an hour.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits.
Yep.
Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in staying. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic door.
Okay.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour.
Let's meet in front of the chromatic door. Any objections?
Yep. We all split up. There were none. Here, let's try skipping, because we're going to go through, this whole thing where he recaps his getting taken and stuff and all that. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding, Yep, okay. Now we pick. Let's just go down the list. We're going to have to go through all of them anyway. And we cannot skip the traveling, unfortunate. Alright. Let's see. This is gonna be the, talking about the Eclipse stuff again.
Oh. Hey, Sigma.
Can I get you a seat?
At least, are you some kind of waitress? At least Fi doesn't seem... I mean, I'm sure she's mad at us. I'm sure she's gonna make some snarky remarks, but at least she's not just, like, fuming at us, you know? Seemingly.
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. Freaking Clover being rude. So, this is a lounge, huh? A bar, a sofa, and 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in the VIP room.
Can I get you a drink?
Oh god. You better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
Oh, really? I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or two then. Unfortunately, as much fun as that sounds like, I don't think it's a very good idea. That means Clover was 20 in the first game? I thought she was a lot younger than that. If it was a year ago that it happened, you know?
Why not?
If she's even telling the truth, you know? Never know these days. This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
You've got a point.
Sigma?
I'm just kidding. Besides, I've got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best plan.
It hasn't gone away yet?
Ah, yes. Well, it was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went before, anyway. Has this been happening to anyone else?
What? The headaches?
Uh-huh.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago.
Oh.
I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier.
Interesting. So maybe everyone is having premonitions, possibly?
Not me. No headaches here.
Maybe not everyone.
Well...
Maybe you can only have one superpower, Clover.
It's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird.
Yeah, a lot of the characters have been saying they feel weird.
Your head feels weird?
In several other timelines we've had, they talk about how they all feel weird.
No. My body feels weird. Like my whole body.
Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like, like when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms, and then when you wake up, that arm kind of feels like it's not really yours anymore. It's not just my arm, though. My whole body feels kind of numb and foreign.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that, but...
Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean.
Really?
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
I wonder if these are like hints. Like, what if this is all just a simulation and we're just like floating in a tank or something, you know? My body isn't really mine because it's just like a VR replica of it or some shit. I don't know. Frickin' Danganronpa messed me up.
Maybe it's because of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
anesthetic gas.
Sorry, I didn't read what he said. The what now?
It might have looked like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Yeah, I do wonder, because in ZE1, I don't remember our characters ever saying their bodies feel like this, which makes me think it's something else. Obviously, it might just be that the characters didn't talk about it in the first game, and it really is just the gas, you know, but I wonder if it is something else. So yeah, right. Yeah.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
Whatever. That's not important. Right now we need to figure out how to get out of here.
Alright, I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys going to stick around here?
Yeah. Haven't really taken a good look at everything yet.
Okay. Catch you later then. Alright, so we didn't even talk about the, I wave goodbye and then head towards the exit. We didn't even talk about the booklet here. Where to next? Sure, infirmary. Skip! No, I'm just kidding. Damn it. Alright, what kind of conversation are we gonna have here? So, this is the infirmary, huh?
Oh, Sigma.
Alice.
What's up with your face? You look like you just saw a roach. Are you still angry?
God damn it. Of course. I'm teetering on the brink of abyss thanks to you.
I didn't have a choice. I'm just trying to get out of here like we all are.
And that's enough to justify screwing someone else over?
That's not what I meant, and you know it. If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose Ally, then I would have chosen Ally too.
Easy for you to say that now.
What? Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here? I have to get out of here. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like trying to stop the damn virus from getting out. We know what she's a part, what organization she's a part of.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
Ted VOG.
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Look. Let me try this again. I'm frustrated, but there really is something important I have to do.
Which is? Why does no one talk about the fact that Alice is wearing a necklace that's the only thing covering her nips, and she has a jacket on that her boobs are just hanging out of? What's the point of that jacket? What purpose does it serve? Anyway. Like, obviously, I've been thinking it since the start of the game, but literally no character has mentioned it.
Avenge my father's murder.
What?
That's what I have to do.
Well, that's new. What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't.
Was her father a part of the SOIS, maybe? And that's how she got into it? I don't know.
This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Are we inching closer to the Alice end, maybe? Fine. Just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped here?
I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
What? Meaning?
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
How close were you?
Interesting. So I bet it did have to do with, like, that, at least that terrorist organization. Maybe her dad wasn't SOIS, but if anything, maybe the organization that she's after, or the cult group or terrorist group or whatever they're calling it, are the ones that did it.
I can't say, but it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well, I mean, you don't really have the detective look.
I didn't say I was a detective.
Then what are you? CIA?
No.
SOIS? Wouldn't it be amazing if Sigma just flashed to the Clover conversation right now and said SOIS, and she'd, like, kill us on the spot because she'd be like, how did you know about that? Fine, well, whatever you are, you don't look like one.
That's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better. Better I keep them guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No. She has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Where
In the
somewhere?
middle of a desert.
Hey, that's truth. A desert.
Yes. But that's an awfully long story.
We've heard it before.
Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree? That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
That's the truth, too.
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
Liar! Dio, you liar! Everyone else told the truth. A ringleader?
You're kidding.
Nope. I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world.
Okay, so that might be right. Because he's, like, part of the Myrmidons or whatever, right? But it's not circus.
It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip and missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still, he was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far.
I see.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know. We know that he's a clone of the one guy's brother, right? But we don't know anything about the father or grandfather, so I guess it's possible that that's truth. But I don't know. I think he's just putting on a story because he can't say what he really is. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
You lost your father too, then.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like, the subtleties,
It's like a little sappy there.
like him saying 5th generation. I don't remember. I think they might have actually said what generation he is of clones. But it's possible that he is 5th generation, and we did get a little bit of hints there, and him saying he, like, leads a company, you know? He's, like, part of the Myrmidons and stuff like that, so stuff like that might be little hints.
Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced.
That's definitely a lie, because we know he infiltrated.
On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at him, they Hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light.
Wait. Did we find the old lady already? I know we skipped past the beginning bits. Wasn't the old lady there when we opened... Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Wasn't the lady there when we opened the AB room again and we looked inside? And that's how we spent the 40 minutes prior in other timelines, was we brought her to the infirmary and we went through all that stuff and we saw that Tenmyoji was like weird afterwards and stuff like that. None of that happened. Wait, so what happened to the old lady? Did he do better at like disguising the body, like hiding the body, than like just leaving it in that room? Shit, I didn't even think about that. Well, shit.
Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. We still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got into my car, this white gas started pouring out of everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but not quite there yet.
I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
No idea.
Do any of the people here look familiar to you?
Nope. You're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay is a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
What about Quirk? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Why is that funny? Yeah, we know that he works with Tenmyoji in, like, what sounds like post-apocalypse world.
It's nothing. Just forget about it. Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school.
Yep.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
And if it makes you feel better, sure.
Just not telling you everything.
Well, I know a little about Luna. I got her talking when we were in the infirmary. She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
Yep.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know, she didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
Okay.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
No, nothing in particular.
You sure?
Yeah. She's a real mystery, alright. I honestly know about as much as you do. So, basically nothing. I hadn't really realized it until I said it. I'd spent hours with Phi, and yet I knew nothing about her, except her name, and I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly.
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here.
I agree.
Interesting. I'm gonna go check on the others then.
Where do you plan on going?
Okay, crew quarters. Last spot. Damn, so, like, it's pretty, like, deep conversations in each one of these. I kind of expected it to be, us just going over the stuff that's in each of these rooms, but we haven't even touched on it. Our characters haven't even brought up like the Radical 6 thing and the like the Eclipse thing and stuff like that.
Later, bro.
Okay. I head out of the infirmary. Interesting. Well, some half-truths, some actual truths, and some complete lies, I feel like, was a lot of the stuff we got there. But I'm sure a lot of that dialogue was like, if this was the first branch we went down, you know, obviously.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Phi, Alice, and I went through all the rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret door or something?
If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Out of the ordinary.
What's
Yes.
this book?
Huh. Oh, that's a book, oh my god. A book of meowt cats.
A meowt?
Oh, sorry. It's just this thing that's happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. I wonder if that's... I keep saying I wonder if that's going to play a part. I don't know. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Yep, it is weird.
So what's the cat book about?
Oh, well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks about it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that.
God damn it, Sigma.
A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right?
Meowby?
What?
I don't really know anything about it. I'm just telling you what Phi told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Freaking Quark's doing it too.
Quark, you're doing it too.
Oops.
Alright. I have PTSD in this room, I want to get out. Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out the lounge with Clover and Tenmyoji, and Quark was in the infirmary with Dio and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well,
Oh, so are we gonna have all this
facility
stuff?
is pretty suspicious, but
Are they gonna fill in the gaps in this
I
room?
suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Yep. Lunar eclipse.
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st. All the puzzles were related to
Sorry.
that somehow.
I was gonna see if I could skip. Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
Okay. The 31st, huh? I'd been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected to our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Radical 6.
We did find something. Just one thing though.
What was it?
Dio and Luna didn't tell you?
No.
Okay. I got it right here. Just a second.
Yep. Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. My throat began to tighten as I read it. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities. Yep. Radical 6 virus. Yep. Yep. We saw all that already, so is this
It
for
seems
real?
a little hard to believe.
If it really is some kind of pandemic, though, that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yes, it does.
There hasn't been anything on the news, though. This is the first time I've even heard of the term Radical 6. Was that true, though? Was that really the first time I'd heard it? I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd heard Radical 6 somewhere before. Oh, some of our future memories coming in, but where? And why? Interesting.
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Yep. In real life, too. Clover's voice shattered the silence. Oh. What happened?
You guys! Hurry! You need to come with me!
Okay.
Something happened.
Yes! I mean, sort of. I mean, we found something.
Oh boy.
What did you find? It's horrible. It's really scary.
Is it the old lady? Did we finally find her?
Never mind. Just shut up and follow me.
Okay, let's
You'll
go.
understand when you see it. It's
Where is
right
it?
over here in the next room. Just follow me.
Jeez. The next room. Clover was the first into the room, followed quickly by me, Kay, and Quirk. She said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The three of us crouched down and followed her finger. There it was. Oh shit! It's the bomb! What the hell? That wasn't here before. What the hell is this?
I think it's a bomb.
Bomb? No way. Yup. It's the same one we saw.
So, thank you, Sigma.
What the hell is going on?
Goodbye.
Yep. Yeah, that looks like lava, not like a bomb exploding, kind of, I don't know. Of course. It was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. Then it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to tell everybody. No, it's all right. Luna's out rounding them up. They should be
Okay.
here in just a few seconds.
And here they are. Is Fi gonna remember that we talked about it?
Where is it? Where's this bomb?
No sooner had she spoken the words than the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Luna pushed through them and pointed at the bomb.
There. You see?
What the hell? Well, this is definitely new. What? For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly, we began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Fi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
This would be some shit if this was, like, the first thing I did in the game, right? Like, the first thing that happens, like, the first path I take is just a freaking bomb. Who was the first person to find this?
Me. And Luna. We found it while we were searching this room.
I thought you and Luna were in the lounge.
Well, yeah. We looked all over, but we couldn't find anything there.
So we gave up on the lounge and came here.
I can confirm that. I wanted to look around the lounge some more, so I stayed back. You guys must have found it when you got here then?
Yes.
How did you know it was a bomb?
Well, I mean, I could tell just by looking at it.
Why?
Well, during my train...
Huh.
Clover!
Yep. Way to go. Clover's eyes widened and she clapped her hands over her mouth.
Anyway, this is definitely a bomb. I guarantee it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
Unfortunately, we don't have the code for the number 3 bomb.
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please, just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Jesus.
Antimatter?
What?
Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's annihilation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah. Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Fi nodded and turned to Quirk.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles.
Okay.
For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons, and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Okay. Fun lesson.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh. Alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. What happens when you put them together?
You make a baby?
Well, if there were, quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they'd disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Quirk.
Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
Yep, just a little bit.
You followed it, though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of a... just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E = mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would
Jesus.
mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
63 trillion joules?
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
Jeez.
What the... You've got to be kidding me. But there's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
That's still a lot.
Ton?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We don't know
Sure.
how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps, but how do we know this is the only bomb?
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do
Yep.
you see it?
Yeah, you're right.
If the bombs are numbered,
Then there could be a number 2 bomb or a number 1 bomb or a number 0 bomb.
yes, there's no way to know if this is the final bomb either. There could be a 4th, or a 5th, or...
A 20th. We don't know enough.
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it. Somewhere.
Dia stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Dia by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here.
because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
Then you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password.
We don't have it for the number 3 bomb, though.
If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So we just need to get this password?
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard or anything on the bomb.
Look again. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So not only do we have to find the password, we have to find the password input device. Alright. Well, shit.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea. But we can figure out when they did it.
Oh, yeah?
When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
Right. After we left, huh? But we went and checked the chromatic doors. But when we went and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up. But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway. Everybody was all split up.
Yeah. Anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing?
Well, I was just kind of deep in thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. Okay. Everyone doesn't like that answer. Hey, why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
Not out loud, you didn't. You've got to be kidding me. I don't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Are you sure?
Oh shit, yep.
Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
That was, just a... I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think it was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Well, shit. This isn't good. Awkward. Wait. This doesn't make any sense. According to Tenmyoji, any one of us could have been in here. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way to know the culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here, and they set up the...
Impossible.
Why?
There's no way that would get past Zero. And there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the game going forward. What?
When you say Zero, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real
Oh,
Zero,
this is-
the
yeah.
one behind all of this,
Zero
as
Senior.
Zero Senior,
Yep.
which would, of course, make the AI
Yep.
Zero Junior.
Okay.
That's
Fine
where they
with
come
me.
up with that.
Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in. There's no way.
But what about the old lady? But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
I don't think it could be.
Why not?
Well, Zero Jr. said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
He could have lied, though. I mean... Fi and Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest. And Zero Senior was, without a doubt, one of us. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted the bomb? If not, then who had? Alice? Dio? Luna? Kay? Clover? Tenmyoji? Fi? Or... It seemed insane, but could it have been Quirk? No. Why would Zero Senior have gone to all the trouble of setting a bomb? To make this game more exciting? To make it seem more dangerous? No. It didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no, this is bad.
What is it?
Press the buttons on your bracelet.
Oh, 4 minutes left. Oh shit. Is this for real?
We've only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open!
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
Yep. Alright, come on everybody. Oh shit. Alright, here we go. Some crazy shit going on in this line. But still more questions and answers. When do I start getting answers? I'm guessing when I get to the last few final endings. Alright. And they open by the time we get here.
Chromatic doors have opened.
So is that why we get locked into one doorway? Do they just like rattle off one team comp and we just go?
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors.
Oh, I guess we have
close.
5 minutes.
The doors have opened.
We need to figure out who's going where and fast.
Yeah, I looked at, I did look at the flowchart, so I know I'm locked into one choice, so it doesn't matter. I'm going into one door regardless, so. So our options this time are,
We don't have time to wait for you to figure it out. Just pay attention. I'm only gonna say this once.
Yep, okay. Fi laid out our options. Option A. Luna and I pair up with Clover to open the green door. Tenmyoji and Dio pair up with Alice to open the red door. Yep. Yep. I guess let's just... The options don't really matter, since I know it's gonna lock us in. We might as well just...
3
I don't know if it really
minutes
matters if we read them.
until chromatic doors close.
We'll see it 2 more times anyway when we go to do the other stuff. Okay, how are we going to do this?
We need a system here, or we'll never have time to argue it out. Why don't we let the people who are at the most disadvantage right now decide?
The most
The
what?
people who only have 1 BP.
Okay. Oh, so that would be me, you, and Tenmyoji?
No way. I refuse.
Well then, what would you suggest?
We'll be fair and take a vote.
A vote? So we all just, like, raise our hands for the option we want?
Exactly.
So which one do you want, Alice?
Option C. I want to go with Sigma and Luna.
Huh. Tough. Pick something else.
My. Looks like you're not so fond of me anymore. Do you agree with him, Luna?
Interesting that she wants to go with us.
I'll just let Sigma decide.
Fine.
I'd like option C too. Clover and I were a pair for the first round, so I feel that I can trust her. What about you, Quark?
That's fine with me.
So that's 3 votes for option C, counting my...
Yeah.
How about the rest of you?
I'd like to pair up with Sigma and Luna too.
So option B then? I'd like to go with Fi. You good with that, Luna?
Sure. I really don't mind.
Then we've got 3 votes for option B.
I'd like to go with option A.
They're gonna get 3 votes for that too? You want to pair up with Alice? You're a strange duck.
How about you, Tenmyoji?
I don't mind going with option A.
Interesting. That is some...
1 minute remains until chromatic
That's
doors
some weird
close.
team-ups. Like, okay, so sorry, I was kind of rushing through it, but that's some weird team-ups, right? Like, Alice wants to go with us, even though she betrayed us. So does she think we're gonna be that naive that we're gonna hit betray again? I mean, that we're gonna hit ally again? Wouldn't she think that we're gonna hit betray this time? So why would she want to go with us? And then why would Dio want to go with someone that hit betray last time if he wants to... Because I have a feeling that he wants to betray, but if he goes with someone else that betrayed, that increases his chance that they're gonna just betray, you know? And then Fi wanting to go with me after I did what she didn't want me to do. It seems all wonky, right? I don't know. That just seems like it to me. Like, Fi wants to go with us even though Fi said, you know, hit betray, and I didn't do it, and she was mad. yet she still wants to go with me. That just seems like all those choices seem weird. So 2 votes for A, 3 votes for B and C. If Clover's vote doesn't decide this thing, we're gonna have to figure something else out.
Which one do you want, Clover?
I want to go with option C. Quark chose Ally in the first round, and I was with Kay in the first round.
Then that's what we're doing.
Alright, option C had won 4 votes. We're almost out of time, and I didn't exactly have a convincing argument. I was going to have to go with the majority.
10 seconds remaining.
So wait, are we with Alice
9,
again?
8, 7.
The doors are closing. Let's go!
Come on, Luna, hurry up. We've got to get to the blue door.
Right.
Alright, so we're going through the blue door. I didn't remember what option C was, so I wasn't sure. Luna, Alice, and I dashed toward the blue door. I looked over my shoulder in time to see the others disappearing into their doors. Clover, Quark, and Kay had ended up with the red door. Phi, Dio, and Tenmyoji had gone to the green door. Okay. So that sums up all their teams.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors.
Yes. Huh. There are 3 doors here.
It looks like they're all locked, though.
Does that mean this is just a dead end?
Well, there's a weird lever thing over here.
Try pulling it.
How about you try pulling it?
Hey, what's with all this hostility? Are you still mad about the last AB game?
Of course I am.
Please don't fight. We need to work together, or we're really going to be in trouble. Please?
Ugh.
Very well. I'll pull the lever then. Is that okay?
Yeah, go right ahead. See if I care.
Okay. Bee garden. Botanical garden? One of the doors opened.
But only one. I wonder how you open the other ones.
Go through the other doors.
Who cares? We should get moving.
Alright. Aw, how pretty. It's like a dome, too. With a fake sun. What is this place? Don't tell me we somehow managed to get outside.
I doubt it. Look up. There's a ceiling up there.
Yeah, I remember the door said bee garden or something. What's a bee garden?
It probably stands for something. Or maybe beautiful?
Huh?
This feels like a whole other little world.
Like an oasis in the middle of all this metal.
I feel kind of weird saying this, considering where we are, but this place feels so liberating. All of this green. It's wonderful.
It's gotta feel nice to have a room like this after all the other
It's
rooms.
huge, though. We'll wear ourselves ragged trying to search the whole thing.
Is it? This must be the exit. Damn, well, so much for this being easy. It's locked.
We should split up and look around.
Agreed.
Well, let's get to it then. Alright, seek a way out. And this is a little bit shorter of an episode by only like a minute or two. Oh, we have arrows? I guess that's telling us where we can like move our view to, maybe? Anyway, I think we'll end the episode here, and like usual, it's a good time. We'll end it here, and then next episode we'll start right off the bat with this this next puzzle. So I'm looking forward to doing another puzzle, even after the salty taste the last one left, even though the salty taste is of my own making. So, but yeah, I always like doing the puzzles. It's fun. I like how I feel like it's like a good stretch of like we get like a good chunk of story bit, and then we get a puzzle, and I feel like there's a good amount of time in between each where it like doesn't feel like I'm constantly doing puzzles, and it doesn't feel like I'm just constantly like reading story bits, you know. So I've always liked the pacing that the game has regarding that stuff. But yeah, so crazy stuff. This line we had like Sigma having premonitions of the bomb, and then we actually found the bomb in the same line, and we had to leave it for now. Like, crazy. I wonder how this is gonna play out. Is a part of this line gonna be that we find the deactivation code? What happened to the old lady? Why isn't the old lady around? If Dio did infiltrate and kill her, why didn't we find her body this time, but we found it the other times? The other two doors we went through. I don't know. Interesting. Once again, I think I have more questions than ever before, and I don't think any questions have been answered. So, yeah, I just want answers, guys. I can't wait. Like, I know we're getting close, and I think that's why I'm feeling the itch. Like, I mean, really, we have all these branches to go through, which maybe we'll get some answers. We have this one to go through, and then we have a couple of these endings that we are gonna end. Well, we unlocked this one, it looks like, and then we still need to unlock this one, it seems. So yeah, we're getting close. We're probably almost 2/3 of the way done. I mentioned that before. Like, maybe when we hit one of these endings, it'll be we'll be at 2/3, because that'll make up for this ending. Although then we have like the extra endings over here. So anyway, also some of these branches seem longer, although this one's really big, but some of these branches seem longer than just the normal ones here, so it's also possible that this is going to take us longer than some of these ones did, maybe. We'll see, though. But, yeah, I'm intrigued. Like I said, just so many more questions. But, yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did, like usual. And like usual, if you want to see more, my Patreon's always there. I always release ahead of time on my Patreon, so like I said in the last video, there's probably 10 or more episodes ahead on my Patreon at the moment, so check that out if you're interested. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Link is in the description for that, or you can go to patreon.com/Morthadon, or it should be popping up on the screen right about now. So yeah, thank you, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye-bye!